Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, because it sounds like the way that was is that they literally paid a limit for some of the best raiders that they had to put into their group. So they knew, okay, we want these people, and there's nothing, your other do whatever the fuck you want with the rest of your people. We just want these people on our team, and that's it. That's what we want. So there wasn't any, people being left out because you already knew going into it, these were the people we wanted. We don't want the rest of your people. Okay. You the rest of your people, you do what the fuck you want. We want these 4 people or X amount of in our group, and that's what we want. So, go do your own thing. Shove off. I mean, hey, kudos to them. I mean, I'm not, it's like the old, you probably know, there's been so many ways of getting loot in raids and dungeons. You had the of course you have the roll method, which you roll need or greed, but the most common one was the and I'm gonna get the initials wrong. Was it the DP system? Is that what they called it? Essentially, you got points for raids that you were in, and when you showed up every night, you would get points through all that. And then when an item dropped, they have it posted during the entire event, they are paying 350k gold for splits. What do you mean by splits? While you type that out, so you would spend your points on DKP. I think that's what it was actually called. So like they need. Oh, okay. They're spending gold for the item. Got it. They pay for other normal players to do dungeons and give up the items to their players. So the DKP, and I don't remember what those initials stand for. I believe it's DKP now. You would spend however many points you earned on the item that you wanted. But if somebody else could spend more points than that, then they got the item. But once you spent your points, you would not have them anymore. So then you would have lower points, so you wouldn't be able to potentially get the next item if it was great. So you had to be careful. Because you only get loot from killing 1 time per week, I think. Yes. Yes. No. No, LFR, I believe, is separate from normal and heroic and mythic. So you could go through LFR and grab all that gear, and it wouldn't affect your normal, heroic, and mythic. But I think, unless they've changed it, I think heroic, mythic, normal, heroic, and mythic are all tied. So if you get something normal, you can't get it in the other two. I think that's how they have it set up. This causes people not to be able to, I guess, grind because if I'm right, when you take something out in normal, heroic, and mythic, it's no longer there. Like, you're tied to that specific raid. So you can't go through and do all normal and then reset the difficulty and go do all heroic and then reset it and all do mythic. I think whatever you start it with, that's what you're tied to. So like if you start normal, you can't go to heroic and mythic. It won't let you. Your character is locked. Now, I think, don't quote me, I think you can go to Mythic or Heroic and drop a difficulty, but you can't raise the difficulty. Or if you can, the gear is still locked out. So if you've killed, say, the first boss, you guys have farmed and you know it, and you can do it on Heroic, you kill him on Heroic, and then you can drop down to normal and start working on those bosses. Liquid Guild is paying 350,000 gold per full Heroic, so they can pay for the gear for their raiders. Oh. So they're paying for runs, is what they're doing. You pay them to run you, essentially. What they have posted during the stream. They are, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of people that'll do that. They'll offer gold payment to run them through things. Like, for example, if you need a dungeon run, you pay somebody X amount of gold to do a dungeon run. For them, I mean, if they're farming Mythic, it's not much prep at all. They probably got that on farm status at this point. Well, not this point. Not this point, probably isn't farm status. Because it just came out, what, this past week? So, yeah, Heroic is probably not. Well, no. I wouldn't say they're straight into Mythic. They probably definitely cleared out normal and probably working on Heroic, if not farming Heroic at this point. Data mining the code of the bosses so they can try and tell what the boss mechanics are before the fight is. Yeah, regular was a few weeks ago and Mythic just came out 10-12. So yeah. Which means they are probably, yeah. I wouldn't say anything is on farm status just yet. Which is probably why the gold amount is so high. It's because it's not technically full on farm status yet. Give it a month. And I would say Heroic is definitely farm status. Give it 2.5 months and Mythic will be farm status. That's what I'd say. And basically what we mean by farm status is that they can go in and basically just face roll across their keyboard, which means they don't have to think about it. It's just instinctively, this does this, this does this, yeah, whatever, here we go, boom, done. They don't even sweat it. Just like, this is just another day in the park, roll, dead. That's what farm status is. Like, we had Karazhan on farm status so badly it was a joke. We were finishing that in 4 hours, which we only rated for 4 hours. So when you can do the entire Karazhan in a 4 hour, back in Burning Crusade, not now, but back in Burning Crusade, if you had Karazhan on farm status within 2 hours and then would walk over to not Thousand Needles. Oh shit, the one up above. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's just above Hellfire's Peninsula and just east of Area 52. Damn, what is that? I can't think of it now. But it's where damn, I can't think of the big guy anymore. The big ogre. Shit. Anyway, you could do all of Karazhan, which was all up to your first ever 10-man raid, which was your tier 4. But Big Ogre Guy had some of it too, which is start into tier 5. Yeah, tier 5, because Serpent Shrine was tier 5. I think he might have been the end of tier 4. And then Serpent Shrine and what's the other dude? The one in Hellfire Peninsula. Magtheridon? That doesn't sound right. I think they were all part of tier 5. And then tier 6 was Tempest Keep, which was in Area 52, and Black Temple. No, I'm wrong. Serpent Shrine, Tempest Keep, and Magtheridon were all part of tier 5, I believe. Unless Mag was part of tier 4. No, I remember having part of tier 5. And then Tempest Keep and High Jaw, which High Jaw was in the Taverns of Time. That was all tier 6. And then you had I guess you could say tier 6.5-ish. It was kind of its own little set, but it was just a small little raid, which wasn't really that small, called the Sun. Well, that was just to give players a little lip taste, a little wet your whistle, before the next expansion came out. I'm telling, my knowledge on WoW is vast. Let me tell you, I've played WoW so off and on. My cousin has worked for Blizzard for like 15 years, so I wanted to work for Blizzard. Oh, that was my dream job when I went to college. I wanted to work in their cinematics department. Like 15 years, so he used to randomly send me the newest expansion with a year of gameplay, but I stopped installing it. Aww. Should have sent it my way. I could have used that freebie. I mean, I used to eat, sleep, and breathe WoW. If I was not at my computer and I was in school or I was at work, I was researching World of Warcraft. I took that game seriously. I was in the trenches, so to speak. We're gonna go 160. No, we're going 165. Fuck your damn yogurt. Real, I have another buddy just south of me in Austin, and he works for Blizzard too. I played Diablo 2. Okay, Diablo 2. LOD. What is LOD? And OSRS. I'm not recalling those two. But that isn't nearly as complicated as WoW. OSRD. LOD. I feel like I should know that one. OSRS. Oh, okay. I was thinking it was completely separate. Yeah, okay. I feel like an idiot now. I played a lot of Diablo 2 as well. Played a lot of... I just call it RuneScape. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you would have said RS, I would have had that. Yeah, RuneScape and WoW and EverQuest 2 were the three popular games. I never got into RuneScape because I was too busy playing WoW. And EverQuest 2 just couldn't keep up. It was a real battle of MMOs between World of Warcraft and EverQuest. and EverQuest just could not. They just couldn't hang. WoW literally destroyed EverQuest. Destroyed. There was no competition. Everybody wanted to pit the competition, but there was no competition. Blizzard destroyed them. I mean, Blizzard just had a huge fan base anyway, and to bring a world that everyone loved to life, just, you know, it is what it is. WoW hasn't had any real competition in years. Even though they keep saying, oh, WoW is dying, WoW is that. What's come out to even make Blizzard scared? Literally. What MMO has come out in years to threaten them? You had Star Wars, which could have had a potential, but it's basically gone. I mean, it's free to play now. You had what's that free? Guild Wars. Still no competition there. Was it Ava? Ava, was that the other one? The one where your character gets wings and can fly around. That one almost had potential, but something happened with them. I mean, with all of Blizzard's issues and problems, it is still the #1 MMO. It just is. There is not a single MMO to compete with them. And it's because, one, the fan base, we love the world of Warcraft. Not World of Warcraft, but the world that Warcraft is in. We love it. It's something that has been with our childhood for years, and it just keeps continuing to be a part. And the other sneaky thing they keep doing is this: if an MMO does come out, even Final Fantasy can't hold up to them. That tells you something. I know some people have gone to Final Fantasy, but I mean, Final Fantasy still can't compete with WoW. Sorry, I went to go get a drink and ended up breaking like 6 months. Ouch. I had to clear all the broken glass. Did I miss anything? No, we're just talking about World of Warcraft. Literally, we're just talking about World of Warcraft. We're geeking over here. Or I'm geeking, let's put it that way. I don't get to talk about World of Warcraft a lot. I have literally played the game for 20 years. Now, granted, the past 5 years has been on and off because of my job, but I have played World of Warcraft since day one when that game came out. Day one. And it's a part of my life, and it always will be. It's always going to be a part of my life. Technically, I can make this a World of Warcraft channel, and it probably would eventually do well, but I'm a gamer at heart. I'm going to play other games, and I know that if I switch it to World of Warcraft only, when I go to play other games, my channel will suffer. I know it. Because there's going to be a large group of people that only show up to see World of Warcraft, and when you stop playing the game that they come to see, because some people are like that, they don't go for the streamer, they go for the game, you're gonna lose them. So I have been very adamant on keeping a variety, or keeping it as a variety streamer instead of only honing on one game, because I could do it. World of Warcraft would be my one game. That is the only game I could literally play for hours upon hours and not stop. And my wife will tell you, she's busy playing Fortnite right now. She'll tell you. She had two choices. when we were dating, either A, leave me, or B, start playing the game. Those weren't two choices that I gave her. Keep in mind, I'm not joking. I've told my wife, if you are ever unhappy, leave. I'm not going to be upset. I mean, I will be upset because she's leaving after, fuck, how long has it been? 16 years of being together. It will be saddening, but you know, if you're unhappy, don't stick around if you're unhappy. And she chose to actually try World of Warcraft out, and now she plays it. 17 years? No, it's 16, honey. Well, no, it will be 17 because the oldest will be 16 this year. So, yeah. Fucking child is growing up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Wow. But yeah, so she decided to play World of Warcraft, gave it a shot, and here we are today. Because I live under the notion, and this goes for any couple, I live under the notion that when you get with somebody, you agree to all of the stuff that they are already in. So, and prime example, my my brother-in-law and his ex-wife had this issue where she didn't want him to do any of the fun stuff that he was doing when they got together. And it ended up breaking their marriage apart. So when you get together, that means you accept whatever their hobbies are, whatever they're into, as one. So you know that person's going to do whatever their hobby is. Mine is gaming, and I wasn't going to stop it. It wasn't going to end. So you either accept what I do or bye. I'm not changing for anyone. I do what I do, and that is what I do. And gaming has always been a big thing in my life. And I'm not gonna get rid of it. No. But that doesn't mean I let it control my life, though. I always put my responsibilities before my hobby. But when my responsibilities are done, guess where I'm gonna be? Right here. Or on a console. As I've said, I will probably die with a controller or mouse and keyboard in my hands. That's probably what's going to happen. So. Yeah. But, yeah, I would like to see, and truly and honestly, I would like to see a MMO come out that does challenge World of Warcraft. I really would, because it just instills competition, which just makes them make the game better. And the one thing that WoW has been lacking in is content. And the content is the story. They've really, some expansions are a hit, some are a miss, and you're gonna have those. But I feel since Cataclysm, Blizzard has had more misses. No, let me take that back. Since Wrath of the Lich King, Blizzard has had more misses with their expansion than they have hits. In my opinion, Mist of Pandaria was a great expansion. I loved Mist of Pandaria. Legion was a good expansion. what was this past one? Dragonflight was a pretty good expansion. I didn't play much of Dragonflight, so I can't give my honest opinion, but Draenor was a poor story. Cataclysm freaking sucked. I hated Cataclysm. Oh, in my opinion, is probably the worst expansion ever, followed by it's a close call between Battle of Azeroth and Draenor. Those are the other two poor expansions. This one so far has been very intriguing. We got to learn something new about the dwarves, something that we've never seen before. And now we get to dive into the goblins, which is very interesting because since Cataclysm, goblins have just been off in their own little world. Nothing's ever really been done with them other than, hey, they're part of the horde now. I still disagree with that. I get it, but I still disagree with it. It's like, what short race could we give the horde to counterbalance gnomes? It's like, well, let's give them goblins. No, let's not give them goblins. And then what did the Alliance get when we got goblins? Worgen that can change between beast and human. Really, Blizzard? You give them an awesome race that can go between wolf form and human form, and you give us a little goblin, something that we should have had years before, because their little gnomes are warlocks hiding in bushes in Warsong Gulch, dotting our asses as we're running to the flag. Oops, hit the wrong button. It's like, really? I swear Blizzard does not like the horde. I swear they love the Alliance. It's like, oh well. Oh well. And then they gave us elves and Burning Crusade, which, you know, technically the Blood Elves make sense because they were high elves, and then the Alliance treated them like dog dookie in Warcraft 3. So I mean, they are a sub race of elves that got shunned away, so their story makes sense why they would go to the horde. And then they gave us Void Elves. No, they gave us Nightborn, just so we could have the same looks as the Night Elves. And it's like, we didn't ask for that, Blizzard. Nobody on either side asked for the look of the other elf, okay? Why did you give that to us? I will say, though, it is nice that we can now partner with the Alliance to do dungeons and raids. That is nice. I wish we could do quests together, because there is no faction anymore. And by faction, I mean there's no faction zones. It's all completely neutral. We all do the same quests, the same everything. It's not faction separated anymore like it used to be up till Legion. Yeah, up to Legion. Legion is when they started doing the same quests for everybody.